Most men think they are weak because they lack discipline. The truth is simpler. You are living inside a system designed to keep you weak. Every day begins the same way. The phone lights up before your mind wakes up. Messages, videos, noise. Your attention is gone before the day even starts. You tell yourself it is harmless. Just a few minutes, just a quick check. But the mind does not work like that. The first thing you feed it becomes the direction of the day. And most days, the direction is chaos. You open one video, then another, then another. Your brain starts jumping from thing to thing. Fast images, fast jokes, fast stimulation. Your focus becomes shallow. You feel busy, but nothing moves forward. Hours disappear. Nothing is built. By afternoon, you feel tired, but not from real work. It is a strange kind of exhaustion, the kind that comes from constant distraction. Your mind has been pulled in 20 directions, but it has finished nothing. So the day ends with a quiet feeling, a small weight inside the chest, the feeling that life is moving. But you are not. You promise yourself tomorrow will be different. Tomorrow you will focus, tomorrow you will work harder, but tomorrow looks exactly like today. Because the system resets the same way, the phone, the noise, the endless stream of things designed to keep you entertained, not stronger, just entertained. And slowly something changes inside a man when he lives like this. His attention span shrinks, hard tasks feel heavier, simple work starts to feel painful, the brain begins to crave comfort, quick pleasure, easy rewards. Discipline begins to feel unnatural. Focus begins to feel impossible, not because you are weak, but because your environment trains weakness every day. Most men never see this. They think their problem is motivation. They wait for the day they feel ready, ready to wake up early, ready to train, ready to build something meaningful. That day rarely arrives because motivation is not the missing piece. The system is. Look around carefully. Every tool around you is designed for maximum attention capture. Endless scrolling, endless videos, endless stimulation. The longer you stay inside it, the weaker your mind becomes. Your brain adapts to speed, but real progress is slow. Your brain adapts to easy rewards, but real growth requires delayed rewards. Your brain adapts to comfort, but real power comes from discomfort, so the gap grows wider. Your life requires effort, but your environment trains escape. That conflict drains energy every single day. Most men live inside this conflict for years. They feel behind, they feel confused, they feel like something is wrong with them, but the real problem is simpler. You are not broken. You are programmed. The system rewards distraction. It punishes deep focus. It rewards comfort. It punishes discipline. It rewards consumption. It punishes creation. And slowly the identity of the average man begins to form. He wakes up tired. He works without direction. He escapes into entertainment. He repeats this cycle for years. Nothing dramatic happens. Life simply slips away quietly. That is the system. And the system does not need chains, because most men lock themselves inside it willingly. They protect their distractions. They defend their comfort. They argue against discipline, because discipline feels painful at first, but the truth is simple. Pain is the signal that the mind is waking up. When you remove distraction, the brain fights back. Silence feels uncomfortable. Focus feels heavy. Work feels slow. This is not failure, this is withdrawal. Your brain is adjusting to reality again. For years it has been fed quick pleasure. Now it must learn patience. For years it has chased stimulation. Now it must learn control. This transition is where most men quit. They return to the system, back to noise, back to comfort, because quiet discipline feels unfamiliar, but once the mind adapts, something powerful happens. Your attention begins to sharpen, time begins to stretch, hours start producing results again. Simple effort begins to compound, not in days, but in months, and months become years. This is where the real system begins. Not the system that weakens you, the system that rebuilds you. It starts with environment. Remove constant noise. Limit the tools that steal your attention. The mind cannot focus if the world around it screams for attention. Every second, silence becomes the new baseline, then repetition. Small actions repeated daily build strength faster than rare bursts of effort. Wake up at the same time. Work during the same hours. Train the body regularly. Read instead of scroll. Write instead of consume. The brain learns through patterns. If the pattern is discipline, the identity changes. Then comes restriction. Weak minds chase unlimited options. Strong minds reduce choices, fewer distractions, fewer decisions, more focus. This is how control returns, not through motivation, through structure. Structure removes chaos. Chaos drains willpower. Structure protects it. Once this system is in place, the mind becomes stable. Your energy stops leaking. Your attention stops wandering. Work becomes normal again. Discipline becomes automatic, not exciting, not dramatic, just normal. And that is the real difference between weak men and strong men. Weak men rely on feelings. Strong men rely on systems. Feelings change every day. Systems remain. Over time, the results become obvious. The disciplined man becomes calm. His mind is clear. He does not rush. He does not panic. He moves steadily while others spin in circles. The average man looks at him and calls it talent, but it is not talent. It is years of structured repetition. The disciplined man did not escape the system by accident. He replaced it with a stronger one. And this is where identity changes. The average man sees discipline as punishment. The disciplined man sees it as protection. Protection from distraction. Protection from wasted time. Protection from a weak mind. Comfort begins to lose its appeal. Control becomes more valuable. Silence becomes more powerful than noise. Slow progress becomes more satisfying than fast pleasure. This shift is quiet, but it changes everything. Your days become sharper. Your work becomes deeper. Your mind becomes harder to disturb, and slowly the system that once controlled you loses its grip because systems only work when people obey them. Once you see the pattern clearly, obedience becomes a choice. Most men will continue living inside the old system. They will scroll, they will consume, they will promise change next week. Years will pass this way. Nothing dramatic will happen. Their potential will simply fade quietly, and that is the real danger. Weakness rarely feels dramatic. It feels normal. It feels comfortable. It feels familiar, until one day time becomes impossible to ignore. By then, the system has already done its work. The years are gone. The habits are deep. The mind is slow to change. This is how men lose their strongest years. Not through tragedy, through quiet distraction. The system does not need to defeat you. It only needs to delay you. Delay your focus, delay your discipline, delay your control, and eventually delay becomes permanent. Some men will notice this pattern early. They will remove noise. They will build structure. They will rebuild their minds slowly. These men will look ordinary at first, but 10 years later, the difference becomes impossible to ignore. Not louder, not luckier, just stronger. Stronger attention, stronger habits, stronger control. Everyone else will wonder how it happened. The truth will remain simple. One man followed the system, the other man replaced it, and the system that weakens men is still running today, quietly, patiently, waiting for the next distracted mind.